morning, children, and good morning, parents and Dhamma teachers. Today, once again, we are conducting this bi-weekly morning service, especially for the sake of children. All right, having observed the 5 precepts and having participated in the puja and having chanted and having meditated. Now the last item of today's program, to listen to a brief Dhamma advice. So in this brief Dhamma advice, I want to help children and everybody understand how we make a very relevant and most beneficial and the most right decision. Buddha has guided us towards that. Our actions are decided by our decisions. What we do is what we have decided. And our decisions are shaped by our thinking. First we think in a certain way and then we make a decision. So these three go together. Thinking, decision making, actions. If you think in the proper way, we make right decisions. And we do right actions. Conversely, if we think in the wrong way, we make wrong decisions, which lead us to wrong actions. Therefore, the mind, our way of thinking, that is the most important thing. Now, what does this thinking means? Now, thinking means using our brain, using our rational thinking. Nowadays, look at in society, a big argumentation is going on. A lot of people believe that we should wear a mask and we must use other preventive measures to stay away from these infections. But there are some people, you should have seen some people arguing that no mask is necessary. Social distancing is not necessary. Yesterday I saw in a news video that a woman had gone to a Costco wholesale and she was refusing to wear the mask. This happened in many places. A few months ago in a certain city, I don't remember where it is, the security officer asked this woman to wear a mask. It was a need, it was mandatory in that store. But she refused, she rejected that, and she shouted at him and went back. And about 30 minutes later, 2 men came with guns and shot that security officer dead. Similar things have happened many times. People argue and people claim. No, I saw that in a certain city which made this mask mandatory. Some citizens were arguing, this is wrong. Breathing is a free thing. This is America, this is a free country. Asking people to wear a mask is a crime against humanity. All these doctors should go to school again because they have not received the proper education. Some people who are arguing in public like that. Now, this is just one example of thinking. Which one is correct and which one is incorrect? The Buddha gave us very strong criteria, very relevant and effective measures to think clearly, correctly. So, as mature people, good children, you must be able to use this Buddha's criteria of proper thinking. Actually, Buddha gave this example to a child. Prince Siddhartha's son, Rahula, Prince Rahula. In the Rahula Sutra, actually, the prince was a now ordained monk, but is still a child. Buddha gave this beautiful piece of advice, how to think properly, how to decide properly, and how to act properly. There Buddha said, if a certain action is beneficial to you, if a certain action is beneficial to others, if a certain action is you have to do that. If a certain action is harmful to you, harmful to others, you should stay away from that. That is one criterion. On different places, on many occasions, Buddha pointed out one more criterion. Your decisions and your actions should be motivated by good thoughts. So always, when you are going to do an action, what is an action? Action can be verbal, action can be physical, action can be mental. Whatever you say, you speak is a verbal action. Whatever thing you do your body, it's many things, that's a physical action. Whatever thing you do through your mind is a mental action. You know, mind itself is a sense in the Buddha's teaching. We do actions through mind. Mind itself breeds certain feelings and then do actions. For instance, some people think through the mind in a different way and they breed greed, anger. Okay, they cultivate greed, cultivate anger, cultivate ill will. That's a mental action. Now, Buddha gave two clear criteria for you to decide whether your actions, verbal, physical or mental, are acceptable or not, wholesome or not. It means that good or bad. What are the two criteria? I mentioned already. On the one hand, it should be motivated by your good thoughts. Good thoughts means loving, kind and compassionate thoughts. Whenever you speak, whenever you open your mouth to speak about somebody or something, first you ask yourself, what is the motive behind me? Am I motivated by good thoughts or bad thoughts? Do I want to hurt somebody or help somebody? You must be able to decide that wisely. If I am going to hurt somebody, my inner motive is my ulterior motive is to hurt some. No, I don't speak that. Of course, my real purpose is to help somebody, then you speak that. So always, this is where the secret lies. People should be able to look into themselves and find out their true nature. So we all are experts in deciding other people's behavior and what is going on in their minds, but sometimes we are very blind to what is going on within us. But here, good people capable people, brilliant people, all the time find out what is the motive behind their actions. So if the motive is unwholesome, they stay away from that. On the other hand, it is the wholesome effect. Now what about this wearing the mask? See, one particular decision can be evaluated in terms of both. On the one hand, is wearing a mask, is it motivated by good thoughts? Of course, yes. On the one hand, you are good towards yourself. I want to protect myself. At the same time, you are loving and caring towards your parents and your grandparents. Some young people argue that, we are strong, we have very strong immunity system, so that we don't get sick, it doesn't matter. But they are very selfish. Perhaps they may get sick, they may not get serious, but they carry it to their family members and their grandparents. They get sick, then they don't have good thoughts. If you have good thoughts, you feel that like this, it's good for me because I don't get sick. And also it's good for my family members, particularly my parents and my grandparents. They are at home, so that I should wear this mask. Then you have good thoughts, your intention. And the consequences, the results. The other one, consequences. The result is that now there is scientific evidence, it's a research and evidence. Did you read recently that in one city, that particular 2 hairdressers, they served 140 people, but they were infected. They did not know that these 2 people, hairdressers, they did not know that they were infected. But they served 140 clients. But none of their clients got sick, got infected. Because the clients were wearing the mask. At the same time, the 2 hairdressers were also wearing masks and gloves and all precautionary things. Now, the researchers say the best way to stay away from this disease and the best way not to give it to others is to wear the mask. Therefore, its consequences is very clear. It's beneficial. It's good for you, good for others. Atta Sanghita, Paratta Sanghita. Also, it's important to mention that Buddha never ignored self. You should not do something because it's harmful to you but beneficial to others. Nor should you do something because it's beneficial to you but harmful to others. I comes first. Atta Sanghita, it should be beneficial to me. It should be beneficial to others, both. You cannot ignore one side. It's good for me. It doesn't matter what will happen to others. That is wrong. That's not right thinking. Therefore, the decision is not the right decision, and the actions you take are also not right actions. If a certain person cannot think in that way, that's what you call rational thinking. Using your reasoning skills is rational argumentation. First we argue with ourselves. That's argumentation. First it goes within. We argue with ourselves. If we don't argue rationally like that, something has happened to our brain. That is what the Buddha said, moha, illusion. You have gone to an extreme in something, therefore you are in an illusion. Sometimes religious extremism, political extremism. A lot of extremes people go, therefore they cannot evaluate rationally. They cannot think rationally. So that is blindness, mental blindness, the people cannot use rational thinking. Therefore, it's very, very important whenever, whatever you do, always evaluate your actions in terms of these two criteria. To repeat these two, what are those two again? On the one hand, your action should be motivated by good thoughts for yourself and for others. On the other hand, your actions, your thinking and your decisions should be meaningful and beneficial to yourself and to others and to both parties. Then take that decision, make that decision and do that actions and live as wise, kind, compassionate and rational people. So having said that, it is time for us to wind up today's program. We will meet again, not the next Sunday, but the following Sunday. Until then, we wish you all the best. May you stay away from diseases and may you be well, happy and peaceful. May all the good things happen to you. May the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha bless you and may the Devas protect you. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.